International economics is a dash economics. You're right. Normative is the correct answer.
A tax on goods bought from another country.
Perfect. Tariff is the correct choice. No trade is allowed with a certain country. Well reasoned. Embargo is the correct choice. A useful material found in the environment. Valid point. Natural resource is true. What is engaging in trade with barriers? Nicely done. Protectionism is a solid answer. When a currency loses value, we say it has. Excellent choice. Depreciated is the right answer. Floating exchange rates are determined by. Right choice. Supply and demand is the best answer. Goods a country sells to other countries. Well done. Export is the right choice. Trade development countries of the world. Nice selection. Strengthens interdependence is the correct and valid answer. Economies of scale is also known as dash. Strong choice. Returns of scale is the right answer. How many stars in the flags of Venezuela? Solid response. 8 is a valid choice. A ban on trade with a particular country. Correct. Embargo is the right answer. The US imports the most from this country. Good thinking. China is the right answer. What occurs when exports exceed imports? Excellent. Trade surplus is a brilliant choice. One of Australia's top 5 imports is. You chose passenger motor vehicles, and it is correct. A trade surplus is generally known as a smart move. Positive balance of trade is an accurate answer. Which of these are not trade barriers? Right again. Grants is a valid answer. A tax on an imported good is called a. On track. Tariff is the correct answer. Goods sent for sale to another country. Great thinking. Export is the right choice. Which nation is not a part of the EU? Correct response. Taiwan is the most accurate answer. Divisions of labor is also called as. Great job. Both is the accurate answer. Which party does NIPSI cooperate with? Well picked. All of the above is the correct answer. What countries are involved in NAFTA? Sharp thinking. America, Canada, Mexico is the right choice. The original members of the IMF were. You got it. Your choice 67 is right. Plaza was established by many people. Nice work. You chose 3 and it is correct. The UNCTAD was born in 1964 at Dash. Smart pick. Geneva is the correct choice. The IMF was established in the year. Good job. Your answer 1946 works well here. Coins and paper bills used as money? Exactly. All of the above makes sense and it is right choice. How many members are in the ASEAN? Clear logic. Your choice 10 is sound and 100% true. France introduced import quotas in. Bravo. 1931 is the answer.
Trade bloc France, Germany, Spain.
You got it. Your choice, European Union, is right.
Motivation for countries to trade. Nice work. You chose obtaining scarce resources, and it is correct.
When was World Bank established?
Sharp thinking. DEC 1945 is the right choice. Importing more than exporting is.
Strong choice. Trade deficit is the right answer.
Trade bloc established in Europe. Clear logic. Your choice, U, is sound and 100% true.
Currency depreciation results in.
Nicely done. Increased exports, decreased imports is a solid answer. Internal trade is also called as. You're right. All the above is the correct answer. Who gave the income trade terms? Well reasoned. Dorrance is the correct choice.
What is the last day of school?
Bravo. May 24th is the answer. An example of a free trade area. Well picked. NAFTA is the correct answer. An example of a monetary union. Good thinking. U is the right answer.
Not an argument for free trade.
Good job. Your answer, reduced competition, works well here. A tariff can be defined as a.
Exactly. Tax on imports makes sense and it is right choice.
An example of a common market. Valid point. CARICOM is true. When was IFM established? Excellent choice. Decky Twen said 1945 is the right answer. What is not a part of the BOP? Right again. Investment account is a valid answer.
The least or smallest amount.
Excellent. Minimum is a brilliant choice. Dash is the precursor of Utu. Nice selection. Get is the correct and valid answer.
2 has observed governments.
Smart pick. 25 is the correct choice.
The next best alternative.
Great job. Opportunity cost is the accurate answer.
A trade war is a cost of.
Correct. Trade barriers is the right answer. The Utu has dash members. You chose 104, and it is correct.
A tax on imported goods.
On track. Tariff is the correct answer.
What does APA stand for?
Great thinking. Annual percentage rate is the right choice.
EBRD, also known as Dash.
Well done. World Bank is the right choice.
When was MC founded?
Smart move. 2008 is an accurate answer.
A tax on imports.
Correct response. Tariff is the most accurate answer.
UTU stands for.
Perfect. World Trade Organization is the correct choice.
D stands for.
Solid response. Foreign direct investment is a valid choice.
2 is a dash.
Right choice. Multilateral agreement is the best answer.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
You chose Contact Narayan Changda, and it is correct.